For me,
for me, yeah.
for me, somebody else, and that's okay. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. Long as when you hear your name, yeah, be sure you bring that back to me.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mkita Matsolo. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm sorry. We're here now, right? So I'm glad that I finally found the courage to start. I think that's what's important, right? Anyways, like I said, my name is Mkita Matsolo, and today I will be shooting my very first video, which is a get to know me video. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that when I post, you're the first to get notified. So without wasting your time, let's get right into it. So I have compiled a list of questions. Other questions were from Instagram, Facebook, and others I compiled myself. So yeah, let's get into it. So what are your full names? Well, I have one name, Zimkita. I don't have a second name, and I do wish that I had a second name. I remember back in primary when people would ask me what my names are, I would say I'm Zimkita Catherine Matsol. I don't know why, but everyone seemed to have an English name and I didn't have any, so it was just me being a child, honestly. But yeah, my full names are Zimkita Matsolo. Nothing else. No trifina, no forget, nothing. Zimkita Matsolo. How old are you? I am 28. As of today, I am 28. I will be turning 29 this year. When's your birthday? My birthday is on the 9th of April. I was born in 1996. Where were you born? I was born in Cape Town, Grooteskiel Hospital. What's your star sign? Okay, so I was born in April, right? But by the time my mom gave birth to me, she was already 11 months pregnant. So I guess I was meant to be an Aquarius, but I'm in Aries. So my star sign is in Aries. Yeah. What's your height? I am between a 5'0" and a 5'1". But yeah, 5'0", 5'1". That's 150 centimeters or 151 centimeters tall. Where did you grow up? So I grew up in Tata. So I was born in Cape Town, and when I was just about 7 months old, I then went to stay in Tata. And that's where I grew up. What's my tribe? My tribe, Dungumxhosa, guys. So my name is Teddy Xhosa some foot. Dungumxhosa, Kho, and Lompondo, Dungumxhosa. Dungumxhosa ne. Where did you study? Primary, high school, university? So I studied in Mbuke Junior Secondary School. Qale Zingisa preschool. Then Mbuke Junior Secondary School. Then Golandeli Chomi. When I was doing grade 9, I applied only Ezingisa because all my friends were going to study Ezingisa. So unfortunately for me, I failed Payana Ezingisa, test of Bala, and so I ended up going to AKCC. Damn, AKCC Zingisa. And for some time, people wondered about Ufunda wasn't good because I never even posted for some time. But I went to AKCC, and then when I was in grade 10, I applied at Kanyisa High School for grade 11. So then I studied at Kanyisa grade 11 and grade 12. For university, I studied at CPUT, Cape Peninsula University of Technology, the Cape Town campus. How was high school for you? Were you ever a top achiever? Were you popular? Okay, let's start with how was high school for me. Generally, high school for me was great. It was amazing. Given an opportunity, I would go back. I think I enjoyed high school more than primary and oh, no, I'm lying, but high school for me was great. The only thing that I did not like in high school was that I was bullied a lot, and that comes from me being friends or befriending it girls, right? So we were like cool girls, we're the coolest girls, you know. We called ourselves the booty galore. Like everyone had, you know, a tiny waist, big booty. So we're just those girls, you know. We're just those cool girls, you know. So we're pretty, we're well structured, we're clever, we gel with everyone, man, you know. Even para ase classini, you know, abayakhe ayingomapara, but niyayazi la group ingavayo, siyavana nayo, yebo. So we were I was a people's person, kakhulu. I was a cool girl, I was an it girl, I was very popular in high school, and you know, fame escoleni again. Fame escoleni, you know. All the boys want you, and child, that's, if you ask me, that was everything. However, it backfired because then I was very popular, and it made girls be mean because they wanted to be us so bad. They wanted to be friends with us, but of course they couldn't, maybe because they felt like they weren't structured the way we were, or they were not going to gel well with us. But I remember an incident, a little story time, guys. I have story times for days, okay? So bear with me, but don't worry, we'll get to that. But just a short story time about my high school experience, a very short one. Okay, guys, please do mind the airplane that you will be hearing. I stay very, very close to the airport, so whenever a plane lands or it takes off, you can literally hear it. So please bear with me. But anyway, back to the story time. So I remember back in high school, there was this guy. I was doing grade 11. This is now when I got to study eKhanyisa, grade 11. So there was this guy that wanted me, and he was also popular, and he went and wrote on my timeline, on my wall. It was called a wall back then on Facebook. He posted on my wall, "Good night, baby," and then Wafagi has his red. Yeah, so I said, "Good night, sweetheart." You know, we were talking, but I really didn't want him like that. But like, what's a Facebook post on a wall? So I didn't see that as anything that was like misleading him or anything, or that would make him think that I like him, because I was responding to anyone. There was like literally a time where we would write statuses like LMK, like my status LMS for a wall post on your wall, and then he would post. So he posted, good night baby, with hearts. So the next day this girl comes to me and she's like, "Do you know so and so? He posted on your wall. That's my man." I'm like, "Cha, I don't even want your man. I don't even want your man." Like, what? I don't want your man. And then, so she said I was giving her attitude. She came with her friends. She said I was giving her attitude. So, anyways, they left. But I was just like, "Beat, please," you know. Anyway, next day I come to school. They literally come to me at break time. They come to me at a break interval, and they tell me, "Ba, so gagana after school." I'm like, "Ciao." Me being a coward that I am, because if you're gonna beat me up, honey, I am gonna run. I will run for my life. So I quickly left, took my bag, where we would take a taxi to town, right? So you wait there, and then there's gonna be like everyone from school that takes a taxi to town that don't even know in the surrounding areas. So we were still waiting there, and I remember there was this taxi and there was one person short, and I'm like, let me take this. Perfect. And I could see them coming. And they were like rushing. Let me get into this taxi, child. Did this bitches not throw eggs at me? Like, eggs, child. They literally put eggs in a jug, right? And then they put flour. They put flour. And then they threw it at me. And they were like, yes, cupcake. As I sat on the taxi, when I was about to close the door, slide the door closed. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, and the guys were looking at me. Shem, unfortunately for them, they wanted to embarrass me, but that actually made guys even like me even more, because then guys were like coming to me. They were like taking off my jersey, trying to see if my shirt was dirty, had any stains, my blazer. I was literally carried like a baby. Carried. Like, ooh, balodada, Hector Peterson. We were in the headmaster's office, you know? So I was treated like a princess, you know? A princess that I was then, that I still am, you know? Always been a princess. So you guys unpart again, and you're like, yo, yeah, snacks, hey, you know? So we went to the headmaster's office, explained what happened, gave their names, and yada yada yada, and they would have to buy me a new blazer and a new jersey. So yeah, which happened, by the way. But anyways, long story short, the next day, guys were like, yo, yeah, guys. The guys were like, a class in yam, like the being I paid a class in, the guys were like coming to me, sweetie pie, are you okay? I would get pies, just free lunch. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened to you, my love. Oh, are you okay? Can I walk with you after school? I'm gonna make sure they don't bully you again. So yeah, shame. Sorry, Kobo. If you're watching, baby girl, anyways, another incident that happened in high school. So me being in grade 11 and seeing myself as this eat girl, because I'm gelling with eat girls. So there was this girl, grade 12, and she was dating the most handsome guy at school. And I didn't even know. Now I'm seeing this cute guy, and he wants me, and we chat, and we're chatting, and we're exchanging pictures. You know, those kind of pictures. Yeah. Obviously without my face. But like, yeah. So it was a weekend, and on Monday, the girlies were right at my class. Like, they were like at the doorstep, literally in front of my class, waiting for me to get there. When I got there, like, whoa! And then they were like showing people my nudes, and they were like, look at her. Where's your dignity? Why would you do that to someone's man? Child, I acted like I didn't care, but I did down. That really hurt me. But it's whatever. All in all, high school was great, except for those 2 incidents that occurred. But other than that, it was great. Really great. No complaints. Anyways, were you ever a top achiever? The last time I was a top achiever at school, I think I was still in primary school. I would collect medals, trophies, but never again. As soon as I got to high school, grade 9, grade 10, then I stopped. Also because I wasn't really focused at school. Like, I was focused on being outside, boys, so I was like distracted. But yeah, I was never a top achiever in high school or anything. The only thing I excelled in high school was like English. And I remember Afrikaans, also because the Afrikaans were being taught by Umganga. So of course I'm gonna excel in Afrikaans, love. Asiyazi zonke, abiyazi nawe. What did I study at uni? I studied for my diploma. I studied in management because I really loved business studies and economics in high school. So EMS in primary. So I studied management. So my majors were financial accounting, project management, and management. And then for my BTech, which is equivalent to degree, I studied business administration. So I wanted to do financial management, but I didn't get BTech financial management. So you had to go to EBA, which is business administration, for to get financial management that I really loved. Where are you based currently? Currently, I stay in Cape Town. I've been living here for the past 11 years now. So yeah. Do you have any siblings? How many? Yes, I do have siblings. So, okay. So, when I tell you guys that I grew up in the Eastern Cape, Mthatha, I was not raised by my biological mom. I was rather raised by my mom's aunt, my biological mom's aunt, who is my grandmother's youngest sister, right? So that's basically my grandma. So she got married and she has a child. So I consider that child as my sister, my younger sister, because she's 2 years younger. So my biological mom has 3 kids. I'm the eldest. So I have a younger brother and I have a younger sister than the brother. Yeah. With my biological dad, he has 7 kids. I'm still the eldest. I have 6 other siblings, the youngest being 3 years old now. Yeah, so you once mentioned on Facebook that you didn't have a good relationship with your mom. Do you now have a good relationship with your parents? Yes, I do. I do have a good relationship with my mom now, and I really do not want to be talking about what happened then that caused us to not have a good relationship. So mom, if you're watching, I let bygones be bygones. I love you very much. What do you do for a living? Sana, your questions. Anyways, I'm a stay-at-home mom, first of all. Now, I mention this because looking after a child 24/7, every day, that on its own is a job. So I take that as a job on its own. So other than that, the one that you guys are looking for, I'm a webcam model. Yeah, I'm a webcam model. Do your parents know? What did they say? Yes, they do know now, and they really did not say anything. I will do a story time someday about how they found out, but for now I can tell you that they do know, and they really didn't say anything. Aren't you worried about your child when she grows up? Like any other parent, I am worried about my child, but there's one thing that I know, that we will cross that bridge when we get to it. I do have plans in place that I have put when she gets to an age where she will get to understand some stuff. So I do know that when she reaches a certain age, I will sit her down and I will talk to her even before she finds out, because you know what they say, it's better to let somebody know because before they go out there and find out themselves. So I have planned to do that. When we have that talk about menstruation, boys, pregnancy, sex, I will chip that in there. So like any parent, I am worried about my child, but do I have a plan to deal with that? Yes, I do have a plan to deal with that. What if she also wants to follow your footsteps? Generally, I feel like this is a really annoying question, because a child will become whatever it is they want to become, which is why even at school, they look at your academics and they tell you to choose what subject you want to do in university, or what modules you want to do at university, what courses you want to do at university. So she will be what she wants to be. Me as a parent, all I have to do is just support her all the way. That's basically it. So a person will become what they want to become. I became what I wanted to become. I did not become what I am because my mom, or excuse me, my grandmother was what I am now. No, they were not. They were far from it. So you become what you want to become. So yeah. How much do you make monthly? Hi. Icephe lenhloni kabini ngemini. Icephe lenhloni kabini ngemini. You know, being in this industry, I've realized that people tend to like not have any respect for your field of work, because you would never ask this question from a doctor, a CEO, or whatever. So I will not be answering that question, because have some respect. Easy. Do you want to get married? Have more kids? Personally, I don't think I want to get married, but if I do, I do. If I don't, great. I just see myself as the single mom in her 40s with a 21-year-old, my daughter being my best friend. We're going out, I'm rich as hell, you know, we're traveling the world, we're just living a soft life, just the two of us, you know. So more kids, that will depend on whether I get married or not. Personally, I don't think I want another child. Now, unless God blesses me with a man and he says, here's your husband, sweetie pie, then maybe I would consider being pregnant, you know. But other than that, right now, at this moment, I don't feel like I want any more kids. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Honey, I'm really just trying to make it to tomorrow. You know what 2024 has taught me? It has taught me that you need to live every day like it's your last, because you never know when your last day is. So I'm really just trying to make it to tomorrow, honey. I've never really thought that far, but thinking about it now, I guess I just want to be rich as hell, wealthy. In fact, I want to be wealthy. I want to just live my life however I want to, which I already am. Be happy. And just, yeah, really, I haven't really, I mean, obviously, like anyone, have a house, have cars, have businesses. That's all what we want, right? But other than that, I have not really thought that far. What was your first job? My first job, I was a bartender at a club in Tata. That was like a seasonal job though, but it was still a job, because I knew in December when I come back, I'm gonna be a bartender. If there's events, I'm gonna be there bartending. So my second job was a salesperson. I was working in retail. And then ever worked in an office for what you studied for? Yes, I have. So when I was working in retail, I was in the process of completing my diploma, and I asked to do my internship or my in-service training where I was working, because they had a head office, right? So they agreed, and I went to work at the office. I was basically like an all-rounder, you know. I was in HR, I was a receptionist at some point, I was a data analyst, you know, administrative, everything, you name it, except accounts, because that was not my field of work. So yeah. What made you, what made you stop working? That on its own is another story time. On its own is another story time, child. Yo, nizoduka story times sana. That on its own is another story time. But in short, I stopped working because of sexual harassment at work. So I had an HR manager that would like, he was just after me, man. I would be late by 10 minutes, he would give me a warning. I wasn't getting any raises like anyone else. And then I realized, oh, and he would touch me inappropriately. Like he would literally wait for me in the elevator. It was like he was watching cameras, and whenever I would go on lunch, he would like go with me, you know, get into an elevator with me and start touching me. And because I didn't want to be, you know, that girl, I was like, in a polite way, you know. But he didn't take that serious. He kept doing it and doing it and doing it until like November, when people started talking about raises. Oh, I did mention this to my colleagues. I was like telling them that this person does this to me, and they were like, there's so many girls before you that left for the same reason. Unfortunately, even whether you report it, no one's going to take you serious, especially if you don't have proof. So then it was November, and I heard he's the one that's responsible for raises and everything, right? So then he started talking to me about that, like, oh, I should give you a raise, and I was like, okay, maybe I should be, you know, sweet to him, and I should start entertaining him. Little did I know that Dizzy. So started entertaining him. We were chatting. Like he would literally come to my desk and like write something naughty, open Word, and then quickly backspace delete. Or he would comment on, yo, your pants are too tight, and man, you know. There was just always something. So when I started entertaining him, I realized that I noticed that he stopped doing all of those things. He was like sweet to me. So I was like, oh, maybe this is the way. Even though I knew I was never gonna get into bed with him, you know. So yeah. So he made my working experience terrible, man. To a point that I never even liked going to work. Like I would literally just, luckily I was on my mom's medical aid, so I would like fall sick, not really sick, fake sick, so that I could get a sick leave and just not go to work, because I didn't want to go to work. So I started talking to him. We started talking. You know, started video calling me, and he would show me, you know, and I would send him. But I realized that he never sent. He would rather just video call me, and I didn't have another phone to. So it was like he could see whether you wanted to record him. It's like he could sense that you want to record him. So I would like poke him, and like, so he says something and then I record him. But it's like he knew that this one's recording you. So he would just keep it professional whenever I would call him. So I never got to catch him and record him so that I would have proof. So until I got really fed up, because I never got my raise, even after sending him pictures, I never got my raise in December. So now I was mad in January when we came back. I was super mad. And I remember now talking to my colleagues, and I just wanted to go to report him. I went to my boss. My boss was rude. He just told me that if I don't have any proof, I should get the hell out of his office. And that was it. So it was really sad. And that was the beginning of COVID. And then COVID, we were all called, and we were told that our salaries are going to be cut, yada. We see what's happening, and so on. So I'm like, I'm already earning peanuts. Now you want to cut my salary? So no, I'm sorry, I can't. But obviously I didn't say that. But like I was thinking to my head, like, is you kidding me? So, and then we heard that people had to volunteer to be retrenched. They already had people, but if anyone wanted to be retrenched and just get their severance pay, then they would get their money now before we start working from home and yada because of COVID, sorry. So I was one of the people that volunteered to be retrenched, and I got my pay, and I got all those documents to take to Department of Labor, and that was really how I quit working. And then he heard that I was one of the people that had quit, and I guess he was so angry, so much that he leaked those pictures. And I'm getting a call, chilling at home, I'm getting a call from my friend Max, who passed on, by the way. He called me and is like, Kitty, you're trending. And I'm like, trending? Nah? Why the hell would I trend? Why am I trending? What did I do? Until he sent me a link, and I went to check, and I'm like, oh snap. snap. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. It was there, honey. People were commenting, but I noticed one thing in the comments. Everyone was just mentioning those sites, like, oh, she'll make a killing. Oh, we're ready to spend some cash on her. Where's she? Who's she? Does she have an account? We should subscribe. Honey, that's when I started doing my research, and then I got a hold of this girl, this popular girl that you guys know, and she basically, I tried creating an account on my own, and it kept getting rejected until I spoke to her and she helped me. So this was now March, right? April was my birthday. I still wasn't on the site until May. Then that's when I was approved. And honey, the money started rolling in. Literally, I had nothing. My subscription fee then was $50. And I had more than 50 people subscribed. There was literally nothing on my page. They were there waiting for me to drop something. And I'm like, is this even real? Until, okay, now I'm seeing all this $200, $300, $600, $1,000. I'm like, there's no way, this is not true. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, so I kept asking, why is this money on pending balance and not on primary? So this girl told me, look, you need to wait for 7 days. Then after 7 days, it will be on primary balance. Then you can withdraw. I withdrew. The money was in my account, but I still didn't believe that money was mine. So I went to an ATM and I checked my balance. Even though in contact was there, I'm like, what if someone had sent a fake message or something, you know? So I went to an ATM, I checked, I withdrew some money, like $500, and I'm like, okay, this money is there. This money is real. I went to Bradlow's chart and I bought my bed, 7,000 rands. I swiped, honey. I swiped. And I'm like, approved. That was the beginning of it all, sweetie. That was the beginning of it all. Hey, you know, since I guess, you know, guys, next thing you know, I haven't told anyone at home, and they don't deliver yet, right? So you just pay for the stuff and then you wait for, I don't know what they do with the order. They don't have the beds at the store, they're at the warehouse, and yada yada. So I haven't told my mom about this. And then I started coming back and I started telling her, Mama, ni promoter ke sana. Promoter ke sana. So you can le app, humans, I learned about humans. You can le app where you like promote mhlambe uthi le fan yabo kanti uphathe hand end usule itafile and don't then uyabhatala pha ngo promoter because abantu abaninzi bazayithenga la hand end. My mom was so excited. Nyani, mntanam. And then days later, guys, a fire just started at home out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, there was a fire. We were watching Generations, guys. From the back of the fridge, I'm like, Hebo, we are apa. And then we're calling people, people are coming with buckets of water, they're helping us. And kanjalo, guys, people were saying like, if you guys would have slept, the fridge would have blasted and there would have been a big fire and you would have all died. That time Umtanam is only a year and some months old. Sana, no, 2 years. Yay! So me being me, Mswapeni, ching imali. I'm like, Mama, relax. I will buy you a fridge, honey. Haibo, tomorrow morning. Haibo, I was there buying a fridge and a water dispenser. Hello. My mom was so happy because it got delivered. I'm like, got you. People may say this is bad, but honey, you know. So yeah, that's how I left my job. Me in the story times, guys. Okay, so that was what made you stop working, right? So would you consider going back to a 9-to-5? Honestly, no. I had a shitty experience, and listening to people talk about their 9-to-5 jobs and how much they make with big titles, not for me. I think I will stick to what I'm doing. If I'd ever have to go for a 9-to-5, it would be me having a company and just me checking in the office and just going home. But a 9-to-5 child working for someone, not me. Much respect for guys that work that work for people though. I respect you so much. Now I had a shitty experience. So what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? So what made me decide to start a YouTube channel was because I wanted to capture my life for my daughter to watch, so she doesn't just get to hear from people, oh, this is how your mom was like, even when she has her own kids. This is how your grandmother was like. I just want them to watch me. I also want to watch myself, you know, and just reminisce on how beautiful life was, you know, when I was younger. It still will be beautiful when I'm older, but of course people that are older actually miss being younger because no one wants to die. You know, so, you know, there's nothing said as just holding on a picture of someone when they pass on and you're just imagining their voice and you wonder what they sounded like, or you can't remember their voice anymore. So I just want her to just always know her mommy's voice when she has kids, their kids, their kids' kids, and so on and so on. They should know that there was someone called Simkita Matsolo, and they just get to watch how I lived my life, you know. So yeah, that's why. What took you so long to shoot content for YouTube? Sana, it's been 2 years now, ne? What took me so long was that I doubted myself. So what people don't know is that I am a very anxious person and I overthink. So as an anxious person, I tend to catastrophize. So that means I tend to focus more on the negative than the positive. So I was like thinking, are you guys even gonna love my content? Do I even have content to serve? You know, I kind of like doubted myself, and the negative would overweigh the positive, and I would just end up not doing it. And then I remember sometime 2023, yes, I did shoot a video, but the music was too loud. So that on its own just like discouraged me. So it was like, But then now that I've started going for therapy, like I know not to catastrophize, not to overthink, and just, you know, do what I like. And whoever's for me is for me. People that love me will watch me regardless, you know. So yeah, and not overthink stuff. Okay, now spirituality. How and when did you find out that you have a spiritual gift? So I found out that I had a spiritual gift last year, September, when I started getting sick shortly after Mila's birthday, which was in August, towards month end. I started having migraine headaches. So I had always been a person that suffered from migraine headaches, and I thought it was like a seasonal thing. From as far as I remember having one when I was 6, and apparently it was something that that's like genetic, you know. So people from my family had it, my grandmother has it, my mom suffers from it. So it was just like, yeah, it's something that people from my family have. So I would have those headaches, and then 2019 I was diagnosed with meningitis, and I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, so when I had the headaches again 2023, I'm like, do I have meningitis again? But like, what's the whole point of being hospitalized for like 2 weeks in hospital, and if it comes back again? So I asked my doctor, and they said that no, I don't have it. So I remember having like a really hectic one, because even the pills now were no longer working. Like I would just throw up, you know. I would have a stiff neck, sensitive to light, sensitive to sound. I have to be in the dark, can't raise Mila has to be with mom. Yeah, I can't use my phone. Basically I should be in my room the entire time, but in a dark room. So yeah, so then I went to the doctors didn't see anything. I remember being hospitalized, but they didn't see anything. I went home, they gave me pills that I already had, and when I took those pills never worked. I went to a chiropractor, everything. I tried literally everything in the book that people have tried for migraines, but still it didn't get cured. So I remember getting a call from my grandmother, and she was like, there's this lady, she's a medium, she's calling you. We've also been there. So she asked about you, so you need to go see her. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to this medium, and I'm like thinking, I don't care what she's gonna say, I just want to be cured. If she has superpowers, she has to cure me, right? So yeah, she said what she said, and I wasn't paying attention. I just asked her to please heal the headaches. I remember her praying for me and making me inhale something pink, and I was okay. I went home and I slept that day. But she told me to buy a doek, a white big cloth, cut it in half, put one under my pillow, and use one to cover my head. And I'm like thinking, child, the pills don't work. How the hell is a white doek supposed to help with the headaches? So no, sweetie pie. I was like, we ain't shashalo. So then I left. So I bought the cloth anyways. I was like, at this point, trying everything. Oh, she told me my headache was because of me having a spiritual gift. So I was like, not into that ish. So yeah. So the headaches were still there. I used the white doek. The headache was still there. To a point that I even asked my friend to ask her mom. Like everything, anyone who knows something. What haven't I tried? Her mom told me to try e-sniff. And surprisingly, when I took a snuff, guys, the headache went away. And then I also remember that some days when my mom would come sleep over, she would like pray over me, and then I would be fine. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm just fine because of all the pills that I have been taking during the day. Little did I know that my mom actually has like a healing hand. So when she prays over me, puts a hand on my head, I'll be okay. I don't think she also knows that. Okay, well, she does now because we've spoken about it. So, yeah. And then I was like now trying everything. So now I just decided on a random day, no one told me to do this. I just put the white cloth that I put under my pillow, put it down, lit my candles. I was watching TikTok. My candles, incense, dine sweets, everything you used to phahla. I pahla, guys. I pahla. And I remember saying that about Nabadal. No one told me to say this. I remember saying, guys, please, whatever you guys want to give me, I accept. Please just make the headaches go away. Okay? Haibo. To my surprise, when I was done doing that, Haibo and again, like it was even worse now. To a point that an ambulance had to come. But they also said, Sissy, you just went to hospital just now, so I'm sorry, love. They won't help you. You will just be wasting your medical aid funds. You will just be exhausting your medical aid funds because you will just get pills. So my advice, just stay at home, drink pills, sleep, whatever. So yeah. And I'm like, if you know pasha sana, then this thing is not spiritual most, because even this thing that I just didn't help. It just made it worse. And then I remember sleeping that night, and my mom had decided that she's gonna go to Greenwald and just get pills for me. And then she got pills the next day, but when she got pills, it was fine. Like I could even come to the living room and drink. It was dandy manwe. I don't go food. Dandy manwe. Yo. So I remember my mom going to Greenwald to get pills, but then I was fine. And that night I slept with a white doek on, and I remember praying about the same lady that I went to that told me to buy the white doek, and she was wearing white garments, right? Church garments. White cape, white doek, white dress. And surprisingly, in this dream, I was wearing the same thing as her. And it was like we were where I went to when I went to consult, but it was like a church. It was like we're singing church songs, we're leading church songs, and we're leading people to come inside, like those ushers, a church, So yeah, so I didn't tell her about it. I'm like, maybe it's all in my head, since I've been told that I'm a spiritual being, so it's just all in my head. So I didn't mind that, so I just moved on with my life. I'm like, oh, no headaches, bingo, great, cool. So I remember on a random day she calls me and she's like, when are you coming to see me? I'm like, coming to see you? Do I owe you? So then she's like, I'm like, oh, by the way, I dreamt about. She's like, I know, don't tell me. I know, you should come see me. And you should get that garment that you dreamt of. I'm like, I haven't even told her anything yet, But yeah, long story short, I did that, got the garments tailored. Apparently when you gym off a garment, you need to get it tailored for you exactly the way you saw it in your dreams. So I did. It was easy for me because she wears the exact same thing. She has different colors though, but yeah. So it was white, did that, got baptized, guys. I'm not born again. Got baptized, and yeah, so I had thought that because now I had a spiritual gift, I thought now that I would have to stop everything. And then my man was like, go on, don't worry, I'll take care of you. You don't have to do anything. I understand. This is big, you know. So I stopped. I remember announcing and I stopped. And then until she told me again that, sweetheart, you have to live your life the way you see fit, you know. You have to live your life. It's not like you're going to work now. You're not going to work. I was just informing you that you are spiritually gifted. You can see things people can't see, you know. So yeah, if they want you to stop doing what you do, whatever it is that you want to stop doing, whether it's the way you dress, they will tell you. The only thing I was told was just that at that moment I had to stop wearing black. And literally when I look around, my clothes were black. Almost all of them were black. So yeah, that's how I found out about my spiritual gift. And then when you came out about your newly profound spiritual journey, how did your fans, your friends, social media, family react to the news? Everyone was like asking, are you gonna stop doing that now? Your work. Hey, ha, ha, ha. But I want people to understand that spirituality is not a one size fits all. But basically, other people were like, oh, she's lying, she's a baddie that has retired, now she wants to be saved, coming here talking about Jesus and Bible and blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, bow. Anyways, how do you balance being a webcam model and being a spiritually inclined person? So I want people to understand that. I'm still saying, I want people to understand that spirituality is not a one size fits all. So what may be okay for me to do may not be okay for you to do. So it all depends on your guides, and if they don't like anything, they will tell you. They communicate with you clearly. So they don't like something, then they won't do something. I remember going to my great grandmother's graveyard and literally telling her about what I do. And I get, guys, when I talk to people that have passed on, like when I go visit their graveyards, I talk to them like a conversation, like we're having a conversation, like right now, like in front of me, and I'm just talking to you. Of course you clap in between, but like I'm just talking, you know, letting out. And so I did tell them what I'm doing and why I was doing it. And look at this, my money helps a lot of people. Most of you guys know I do giveaways, send boys to initiation, donate in an orphanage. I do a lot. I don't want to be mentioning that here. This is not about that. But like, it does all the good things, you know, because I didn't start this because of society pressures, like buying a Gucci bag. You know, it's for a good purpose. So I'm guessing that's why I'm still allowed to do it. Maybe one day when I have to work, I'm going to have to stop, you know. So do the people at church know about your line of work? The same way I said my mom and my dad or my parents found out is the same way they found out. They didn't say anything. Basically, Mama Itaweni was like, you know, don't worry, we won't judge you. I'm really sorry that happened to you, and you should continue living your life. We're not one to judge. Only God judges. Who are we to judge? Yeah, bo? Judging is not for us. Yeah, bo? So, yeah. Okay, relationships. Are you currently in a relationship? I would not say I am. No, I'm not. I'm not, child. Why did your last relationship end? Oh, story time for another day, because that's a long one, which I actually want to do. But long story short, he bet me up. He got me to travel out of my country and to a foreign country where he bet me up. and he shared explicit videos of me on all my social media platforms, but of course they were blocked before they could even show to people, and that's how other people found out about what I did. So it only took that one time when he did that. Oh, he proposed before he did that. So it only took me that one time, and I said no. It took me that one time to realize that this was not for me. You know, even though I had been to mediums before and they told me, oh, this is the man of your life, this is the love of your life, he's gonna marry you, but yeah, he just wasn't for me, you know. Are you currently looking? Honey, I'm not looking. Love will find me. I'm not looking. Love will find me. I never look. Love always finds me. Do you have a type? Physically, you know what I always say, it's like all my exes look the same, you know. It's like I have a group of exes, like let's say three looking like that person, and those people that these exes look like, they all look alike, if you get what I mean. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like there's this, it's like I'm looking for someone in particular in all of these people, and I always find that person because they all look alike, you know. Anyways, of course I like a manly guy, like a guy with big arms, beautiful teeth, beautiful smile, tall. It doesn't matter your complexion, doesn't matter your ethnicity or your tribe. But yeah, of course, and have money, honey. Have money. Okay. Be kind, be respectful. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot. We'll do another video on that alone. Okay. Pet peeves in relationships, guys. A man that doesn't communicate turns me off. Like, sweetie, you can't go the whole day without talking to me. I'm such a numb. Honey, you're not my man. If you go the whole day without talking to me, no explanation whatsoever, you are not my man. I swear you're not my man. You could never be my man. You're just someone who talks to me whenever they're free, and I'll treat you that way accordingly, you know. So not communicating, lying, it's the regular stuff, the normal stuff people don't like in relationships. I also don't like. Also, don't raise your voice at me. Manage your temper. Do not scream at me. What's that noise? Yo, Sana. Do not scream at me and shout, no, mama, why you ngola? Ngolela ndoni. Dine nerves, no bani nerves for ngolela. Ngolela. So, yeah, that. Friendships. Do you have any friends right now? How many? Yes, I do. I think I have 3 friends. I do have people I talk to on a regular. I think 4 friends. Oh, shouldn't you tell me I'm 4 friends? But like, I do have people I talk to on a regular, but that doesn't make them my friends. But yeah, I do. I have a very small circle. Do you have any boundaries that you never want your friends to cross? Yes, I do. Honey, if I'm talking about my man ranting and saying all the bad stuff, I should be the one saying the stuff. When I didn't just agree with me. Yo, friend, yo, aibo. Hey, all because I said so. Susan and the enter. Don't come up with something new and we talking bad about my man. Don't because sweetie pie will tell you don't do that. You don't do that here. Do you have any type when it comes to people you befriend? I used to have that as a kid or as a young adult, which I still am, but in my 20s, early 20s, you know, I would look for a certain body type for obvious reasons. You guys know. But now I've learned to appreciate that people come in different sizes and different colors and whatever. So now, kind, that's also family orientated, you know. Okay, now general questions. What's your favorite saying, or what are your favorite sayings? Betuna, child, inene, kuzo zonke inene. Simanga sekat. Would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert? I think I'm an extroverted introvert. I think, okay, no, let me not lie. I think I'm an extrovert dependa ebantwini, you know, that I'm around at that particular time. I can be an introvert because of your energy. If your energy is off, I'm going to keep to myself. And yeah, I think it all depends on energy. But I'm an extrovert. What's the one thing people don't know about you? People don't know that I'm shy. People don't know that I doubt myself a lot. People don't know that I'm very short as well. But I take my pictures in angles that make me look taller. What's the one thing people say when they see you for the first time? Yo, Fichana, you're so short. Oh my gosh, you look beautiful in person. And I always have to explain that I'm not photogenic. So yeah, that's why I like taking videos more than pictures, because I don't like pictures, guys. I'm going to pose, I'm going to photo, I'm going to no. Gandhi, when that thing happens naturally and I capture it and I laugh, I look really beautiful and I look really pretty. So, and oh, you have beautiful skin. Oh my gosh, can I feel it during as a song done? I always get that a lot. What's your favorite part of your body? My eyes, first of all. I used to love my neck so much, and of course, the booty. Please, impura. Ayasa. Nayazi ke pofnani. Thetintweni yazi. You have gorgeous skin. What's your skincare routine? Son, I always laugh at this because I do not have a skincare routine. Yonke insipho iyawasha. Vaseline, Claire, Dawn, Nivea. Konke zonke bonke ndiyazifaka. However, I've recently started watching Korean movies. So I'm obsessed with Koreans. So skin sabo and Googlisha. So now I'm starting to try these serums made by them. So I guess so. One skin some so much, and I never so pop on my page go, but I do have pimples. But you know what's okay. What's the one thing you never leave your house without? My phone and my Woolies card. Guys, I'm not a girly girl now. I'm Zuti, yo, my lipstick. Oh my gosh. My what? Nah, I just want my phone. Child, even now I could literally walk out to the mall. That's me. And even the kakazela mna, but ke there's a machine because you know, we are cool, but yeah, it's just my phone really and my Woolies, because sometimes you come in yo peli yogurt when you pela mazamban, then I know I buy my groceries at Woolies in their account, so I just get my Woolies card and I know I can buy something. Okay, I come to funny smoothie or whatever. Bonnie. What's the one thing you can't stop no matter how hard you try? Guys, I'm a really dark person. Like, I love dark humor, but amongst my circle and my family, like, you know, it jokes zamzi, you know, but I would never do that to a public platform where people would get to criticize me. But like, that's me. My friends understand me, and my friends have gotten even more darker than I am, by the way. But like, yeah, I love dark humor, child. Also, Coca, guys. Yo, I love Coca-Cola. But I mean, did you wine out? Guys, so go fast. We can't go try that one thing that you like. I can't, guys. Since you're a stay-at-home mom, what's your daily routine like? So I wake up at like 5:20. If I haven't done a lunchbox Camila, I will do a lunchbox and I will iron. Wake Mila up, got her too. She takes a shower and time is she eats, go 6:05. 20:15, the driver gets here. If Ben is because I was tired, I wash dishes. If I did, and I wash my plate or I wash my dilale. When I wake up, I then start streaming, working, and then oh damn, take a shower when I wake up. Again, and then shower again after working. Prepare a meal for Umila and do your homework now. If she has homework, we watch something. If she doesn't, be on my phone. Iron, even so iron. I wake up at 5:45 when she has to shower. 5:45. That's my daily routine. When I go to gym though, I can't now because I was injured, right? So I can't go to gym at the moment, but I want to go from February. So when she leaves, then I also go to the gym. Then ndibuye ndilale, ndilale, eat, shower, ndilale, and then wake up and work. And then also when I'm done working, I'm gonna shower again. And then also right after eating, I always bath her at night so that she sleeps freely. Yeah. And if I have to do any groceries or buy I do that after working. When Mila comes back from school, I go with her to buy. Do you have any bad habits? Yes, I do, which is not making my bed. My bed is not done even now. It has not been made. So, but I want to change that this year. I want to change that so bad because it's a bad habit. Also, just staying around in the house naked, guys. Like, I live alone, so sometimes I need but then I don't want Mila to like mimic that. So I'm learning that I'll quickly just wear something, you know. And then at night I'll wear pajamas as pajama, but when she's sleeping, I'm gonna take them off because I can't sleep in pajamas. Have you ever traveled out of the country? Yes, I have. Kenya and Mombasa, and then again in Kenya and Nairobi. I've gone to Tanzania and Zanzibar. Would you consider yourself as an influencer? I would say no, but maybe I am, you know, maybe I am. And I just see myself as a girl just living her life, minding her own business, loving her child, loving herself. So, but there are people who always send me inbox messages like, oh my gosh, you inspire me, I want to be just like you, I love the way you are, you don't listen to people. So you may think you're just posting or you know, Gandhi, there's someone out there learning something, they're being influenced. So I guess that's what influencing is, right? So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, my loves. I hope this wasn't too long. I tried to answer all your questions. Oh, don't forget to like, leave any comments, I will respond, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button again.